Hey, welcome. This is Caching in the Northwest. Yes, this is the podcast from the birthplace of geocaching right here in the Great Pacific Northwest. Now, it's Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific, and I'm your intriguingly introverted host, Chris of the Northwest. And we're going to talk about geocaches and geocachers from here and all around the globe. So while you're double touching that curling stone, we'll be caching in the Northwest.
Yes, indeedy. I'm Wits End. I'm glad that you're here tonight. And if you've ever scrolled past a puzzle cache thinking, I'll come back to that later, this episode is for you. Yes, you. We made it special just for you. We're diving deep into the world of geocaching mysteries. From ciphers, logic grids, to sneaky image clues and field puzzles. We're gonna touch on it tonight. Whether you're a puzzle newbie or a seasoned solver, we'll share practical strategies, favorite tools, and, well, a few humbling stories. Those are probably going to be mine. All that will help you crack the code and claim that smiley. So grab your flashlight, your map, maybe even a ladder or a super long extendo pole or something. You never know what you're going to need. It's time to solve some puzzles. And we have a logic puzzle especially designed to work on a podcast. So stay tuned through the whole episode to figure it out. This is news to me too. But first, astute viewers will notice a return of a third co-host. Some say it's time to bring in our code-cracking cryptid. Some say having him back on the podcast seemed like a good idea on paper. And others say he's going downhill so fast they call him a loser. All we know is he's called Land Monkey.
I'm a loser, baby.
Are you feeling the love here, sir?
I absolutely am. I guess it's better than being a skeleton.
Yeah, I would say so at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. How can we take this sled, make it smaller, faster, and more dangerous? Oh, yeah. Let's go head first.
Head first.
Right?
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well, it spares you that painful trauma of serious injuries. It's just
Like breaking your
death
leg.
Death is instant. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that painful having your ankles, go all the way up through the rest of your body. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, Jay, welcome home.
Thank you very much. It's great to be back here with you guys. There was a couple of times I was thinking, oh, maybe I can connect in. I've got Wi-Fi, but I didn't have good enough service to stream. So I thought I'll wait. And I was hearing very, very good reports about my my fill-in. So
yeah,
I thought I'm just going to leave it and let the magic happen.
As I said, the connection was poor and the bar was open.
And that, yes, before the show, for those listening, before the show, I've had my first day back at work since my vacation today. And I was telling my co-hosts that I don't think it's fair that there's no day drinking allowed at work. So
Have you actually talked to HR about it?
I'm probably going to have a talk with HR in the next week from the way things are going so far. So we'll see. No, it's all good. It's all good. Delighted to be back here with you guys. I always enjoy the Thursday nights, and looking forward to talking puzzles. And yeah, as Jim said, I guess we got a little surprise puzzle going on tonight too. So that'll be fun. But before we get into any and all of that, special thanks to Land Sharks, one of our corporate Denali level sponsors, amongst all of the patrons who we appreciate and keep the podcast coming each week. And hey, whether it's new containers, caching gear, or if there's just something that you need to get your geocaching on, well, order it online today from landsharkz.ca. And hey, while you're at it and you need to get out there and find that next challenge cache, well, it's easier to do on iOS if you're using Cachly. That's right. Cachly, the premier geocaching app for iOS, version 8.1 with Cachly Pro, featuring those offline maps of the entire world, all the way to New Zealand. I can guarantee that. And you can finish those grids. You can get your counties. It has CarPlay support, and you can find it in the iOS App Store or go to cachly.com. And lastly, well, if you're looking for somewhere to enjoy winter, well, allow me to suggest Valemount. That's right, where every season offers its own unique adventure, and winter offers some very serious adventures. Nestled in the mountains, the village is surrounded by towering peaks, lush forests, pristine rivers, and endless opportunities for year-round exploration. So, whether you seek outdoor thrills or just a peaceful retreat, Valemount awaits you. And folks, if you want to know more about supporting this podcast, well, click that Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website.
No, you didn't lose your technique. Well done.
Thank you. Totally
Yeah.
unrehearsed.
Justin throws out, maybe we could do biathlon.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's give them rifles.
that'd be more fun.
Oh my gosh. That would be tricky.
I like biathlon, actually. It's one
Okay. Was it cross country or biathlon where the wolfhound came out?
Oh, I didn't see that.
I
Oh.
have no idea what you're talking about. So
Okay. Just after the show,
Mhm.
Google Winter Olympics wolfhound and
Love it.
thank me
Okay.
later.
Okay. I will. Oh, I will. Hey, stop looking for wolfhounds because it's time right now for a glow. And so many people have asked me,
Hey,
what is
Chris,
a glow?
what is a glow?
Thank you. It's the geocaching log of the week. So whether you read it or whether you wrote it, we want to hear about it because great logs simply make geocaching better. Now, you can call in to 253-693-TFTC. In fact, you should call in just to make sure that thing's still working. And if you don't want to do that, I get it. But that's the highest level. We'll give you praise the entire show for doing that. You can email or you can send a recording to cashback or feeding feedback.
If you can spell that.
No, I can't even say it. At feedback@cachingnw.com and show us just how you glow. Thank you for putting it up on the screen so I can read it once more.
there you go. If you couldn't understand what Chris said, just read the text there. Jay, you've never looked better back there, hiding behind the glow.
Can we just put all my text up on the screen? Because it might work better for me.
Oh, there you go. All righty. Well, let's see. The glow this week. It's from a cache called Toot Your Horn and Celebrate With Me. GC Bravo Hotel 4 Charlie 1. It's in Northwest Grand Rapids, Michigan. So that's Northwest.
That's the way they threw it in. It's in the Northwest of Grand Rapids.
I was going to say, and being from Grand Rapids, I had a hunch, and I'm correct. This was either found and or sent in from Merlin 1392, our favorite Michiganer. I think that's the way to say that. And the log says, Wahoo FTF! The plan for the day was to attend an event in Grand Rapids and then work our way north, caching along the route. A whole bunch of caches published this morning, and this one was among them. It was added to the list, and we kept our eyes open to see if we could still snag an FTF, but not change the route in order to make the attempt. Arriving at quality parking, we didn't know if we needed to be on the north side of the creek or the south. Flip Flop Fly went north, Morgana and I went south. As we neared the waypoint, it was clearly on the north. We headed back to the cache and waited for numbers. Instead, we received a phone call. Nope, Flip Flop Fly was having troubles. First finding something with numbers, then opening it. As we gathered additional materials, another call came in with numbers. They proved correct, and we were the first to sign a blank log. Happy dance ensued, and pictures were taken. A very creative cache indeed.
Fun. That sounds like an adventure.
It does.
And Flip Flop Fly is just a fun.
Isn't that great?
I like alliteration. I don't know if you knew that.
Mm.
What you didn't get to see is a little behind the stage dancing back there when they said the happy dance was taking place. So,
woot woot.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, folks, if you want to get into the chat tonight, use the hashtag puzzle. Or maybe we should have given you a puzzle for the hashtag.
Oh, there you go.
You had to go solve it before you could post in the chat. But use hashtag
that's a good way to keep the chat quiet.
Of course, you can use hashtag FATAS to bring up anything you want in the after show. And don't forget about our Discord server, which now has a new FATAS channel.
It does indeed.
Yes.
Saw that happen.
And it has a glow channel. I'm wondering if it should have a let's solve a puzzle together channel.
Why not?
Ooh. You know what? I think that's a great idea, because then that would give a space for if people are struggling with a puzzle, they could throw it up there, because there's some really, really smart people in our live audience. I can tell you that much.
I think they're smarter than the hosts.
Well, that doesn't take much, but yes. It's a low bar.
Yeah. I wanted to tell you that you should always avoid additional alliteration.
Nicely played.
And I think I had heard that, what is it? Alliteration almost always annoys. Or
Yeah. Not me. I don't know how to finish that one. Okay. So you can find the link to the Discord server over there on cachingnw.com. You see how I got that one right? I slowed down and I read it.
As one
good
does.
job. Give him an extra cookie.
I didn't even know we had any cookies.
I don't want a cookie.
I do.
Okay. Land Monkey, you're next.
Okay. What's up? Hey, you know what? News time. News.
It's like he's out of the loop or
Yeah, I know. We have to prod him every now and again. He's still on island time.
A little bit. I hadn't scrolled down, is actually what it was. I'm usually accused of not scrolling back, but this time I didn't even scroll down. So, all right. Hey, there is some news from HQ's news. The March equinox is almost here. And what that means is it's time for another souvenir. So between March 19th and March 22nd, it is your opportunity to earn the March equinox souvenir. All you have to do is find and log a geocache, an event, or an adventure lab. So that means basically do anything within the game of geocaching.
Pretty much.
Except for place a cache. There doesn't seem to be the souvenir. You can't earn the souvenir by placing a cache. So don't even bother with that. Just go find one. And during the souvenir period, so that's March 19th through 22nd, which is usually like a Friday to Monday.
Yep.
Would that be 19, 20, 21, 20? Yeah, 4 days.
It's 4 weeks from today.
Oh, is it?
How about that? Yep.
Okay.
Because February is a 28-day month.
Right.
How many months have 28 days?
All of them.
All of them.
Very good.
Did you know that was actually one of the trivia questions on the cruise ship I was on? And everybody got it. Nobody missed it. Although the host said, if you missed that one, come see me later. But yes, anyways, March 19th through 22nd, find anything in the game of geocaching, log it, and you will get a souvenir. Yeah, some cool facts about from HQ about the equinox, the seasonal shifts guide humpback whales as they migrate vast distances between the northern and southern hemispheres. And their journey is a fitting symbol of movement and discovery, much like geocachers exploring new places throughout the year. So I'm guessing the souvenir is humpback whales?
Could be.
Could be. There'd be whales there.
That's right.
Awesome. I love humpback whales. They're awesome.
Yeah. George and Gracie. And CRS98 wants to remind you that Pi Day souvenir does come first. Don't forget that.
Right. But you guys must have mentioned that on a previous episode.
We have, yeah. There's multiple levels of awards with that. If you find 3, you get thing, and if you get 1, you get a thing. And if you get 14.
14.
Yeah.
Holy schmolies.
Yeah, almost like 3.14159 whatever, that kind of thing.
Very cool.
Yeah. GSM2 has been reading our show notes. Yeah. 5 days related to this evening's show. 14 puzzles to get 3 souvenirs. Is it 14 or is it going to be 17? 18? I think it's 18. No, maybe it's 14. You get up to 14 total. Sorry. Okay. They're not additive.
And go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to change the topic here. I was just going to say, ask and you shall receive. IHM says Discord puzzle channel now available.
Wow. Look at that.
How's that for service?
Well, it's all voice activated. I didn't know if you knew that. Our Discord is voice activated. So,
yes, I'm sure that's how that works. Oh, very fun.
And Kitty Quest said she's tried a couple of times to get into the Discord server, but had no success. It's been a while, so she should try again. And you can always email feedback at cashingnw.com. We'll help you out.
I can confirm you're not on the block list.
I was going to say, there are people we banned, but you're not one of them. Oh, too funny.
How do we say we like her without telling others we don't? Anyway.
So, yes, Kitty Quest. Make sure if you're having trouble, ask for help. Help is on the way.
Yeah, apparently IHAM is a Discord expert since he's created a new channel already. Reach out to him.
There you go.
He's Discordiant.
You know what? Probably all she needed to do is just mention she needs help, and I'm sure someone will jump on top of that and help her out.
Probably so.
All right, Chris, you're up.
We need to change our tactics here a little bit, our mood of the episode for just a moment. We want to take a moment to acknowledge a tragic incident that happened recently on the Lena Lake Trail in the Olympic National Forest. A large dead evergreen tree unexpectedly fell across this trail, striking 3 hikers. 2 of them, Catherine Pickard of Bremerton and Christine Muchler of Seebeck, later passed away from their injuries. Our hearts go out to their family, friends, and the hiking community who feel this loss.
That's terrible. I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah. Oh, and not connected to that, but there was a large number of deaths recently from an avalanche in California, I believe.
Oh, I heard about that on the
news. Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
16 people were up there total.
Yeah.
And
including some professional guides, I think. So
it was a guided adventure is what I understood.
So it just reminds us how unpredictable outdoors can be. So it's always best to be prepared. And even when you're prepared with professional guides, things can happen. These hikers here that Chris mentioned were also experienced hikers. They were on a beautiful trail doing everything right. And, natural hazards happen. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's close to home for anybody. And most geocachers within the sound of my voice, have been on a trail at a time or two. So we definitely want to honor them and hold space for the people that are grieving for them right now. That's a tough thing to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think many of us have been, especially those of us who live in the Pacific Northwest, have been out on the trails. Windstorm kicks up and you see those. I mean, the trees we have out here are big.
Yeah.
Having just returned from somewhere where there's big trees, but not big trees like we have. It doesn't. Boy, it could happen, right? Like I've seen the trees so quickly above me, thinking, I guess maybe I should move a little quicker. But
right, yeah.
But then that's all you think about it, right? So this is kind of a very stark reminder that things can change. Things can change fast.
That's another good reason to live in the Tri-Cities, because no sagebrush ever fell down and killed somebody. No disrespect to what we're talking about, but
another sagebrush death in the Tri-Cities.
Maybe just a car from overheating.
Yeah.
There you go. So maybe just follow on. So there's a little more information here, folks. The Forest Service has inspected the area. They say there's no ongoing hazard. It was a freak accident. The trails remain open. But again, as Jim said, it's a reminder that even familiar trails deserve our attention and our awareness. So, just a moment to talk about a few simple safety habits that can keep us all safe, stay alert. And, I'm always going to go back to it. The 3 T's, like leave a trip plan. And I'm not saying that these people didn't do any of the 3 T's, and I would assume they probably did all 3. But things happen. But at least if you leave a trip plan, if you take the essentials and you have the appropriate training for your adventure, you're going to improve the odds. I mean, what can you do if a freak accident of a giant tree falls on you? Like, nothing can be done about that. But
you can be aware of your surroundings, right? Especially in with tall trees and maybe storm damage that happened recently.
Yeah, but I mean, are you going to pre-inspect every tree on the trail before you go? Right? Like, it was a freak accident for sure.
If you hear cracking or shifting, you see leaning snags, give them a wide berth.
Yeah. And move on fast.
What I say is, don't walk through the woods with headphones in, right? Or your earbuds in where you
Yeah,
can hear what's going on around you.
that's well for more reasons than just trees, bears, cougars.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That does not mean that you should take your radio with a loudspeaker and play it loudly as you walk on the trail.
How about my Bluetooth speaker?
Yeah, no,
See, that's a rare thing. The guy loves his music so much he wants to share it.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's being so generous.
Mhm.
Yeah, and always check the weather report because yes, things can
Yeah.
happen anyway. Freak storms can come up that weren't predicted, but for the most part, you know when the big storms are rolling in there. So,
Yeah. For sure. And as we said, hike with others if you can. Leave a trip plan. Make sure somebody knows where you're going. The satellite messengers, emergency beacons, those are all great tools. Apparently, one was used in this incident
Yep.
and obviously made a huge difference in the outcome. If there was no communication, nobody would have survived that.
Right. And we're not sharing all this to create fear, but we want to encourage mindfulness, right? Be where
Mhm.
your feet are. The outdoors, that's a gift. And with a little awareness, we can enjoy it all more safely. So again, our thoughts are with the families and communities affected by this tragedy. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to stay indoors myself and do the 3 T's. They're like, tacos, tahine, and tequila, and I'll be fine.
And you'll be texting me saying, "Hey, look at this taco I made." Yeah, don't text me any of those 3 T's.
I
You
can
just make
neither
me
neither
angry.
confirm nor deny that. Anyway,
He's going to be using his satellite communicator to send you messages, Chris.
That's right.
Currently on third taco. Send help.
yes.
Keats 94 says a similar tragedy happened in Chilliwack.
Mm,
Just
Yeah.
recently?
So I don't know.
That's in like a neighboring community to me, but
right.
I've been away for a few weeks, so I've probably missed a lot of news.
See, you weren't there to keep things safe. You're
putting a
tall
lot of
frame-
responsibility on my shoulders here.
Your
Chris,
incredibly tall frame walking through the forest just knocks those things down.
or something. On a lighter note,
No, I don't know.
Tacos on the
You know
trail.
what? Maybe we should do what to eat when geocaching.
That would be a good episode.
I'll call it
Geocaching
tacos on the
snacks.
trail.
Geocaching snacks. But also on a lighter note, new band name, Sagebrush Death.
I love it.
How about a new drink?
Ooh.
Yeah. Instead of liquid death, we go with sagebrush. Sagebrush death.
Mm.
It's dry.
Yeah, it's made from milking sagebrush.
Okay, tonight we're diving into the mysterious, cryptic, and occasionally maddening world of puzzle caches. These are the hides that make you stare at your screen till 1 a.m, wondering what on earth the CO was thinking. Why do I have to get into their head to figure this out?
I know.
But
So many puzzles, Chris. So
Yeah.
many puzzles I
So
come
little
across.
time.
And I know we're gonna really help people out in this episode to provide a lot of really good starter points, which is fantastic. But there's so many puzzles I've come across that I refer to as a guess what I was thinking puzzle.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they can also be some of the most creative caches out there.
They
right?
can be.
So grab your Little Orphan Annie Ovaltine decoder rings because we're going in.
I was wondering where you're going with the Little Orphan Annie comment. Okay, now it makes sense.
Do you know the Little Orphan Annie decoder ring from
I am
Ovaltine?
familiar with the concept of decoder rings. I didn't know Ovaltine had Little Orphan Annie.
It's a scene from A Christmas Story where he
Yeah.
gets this decoder ring and it's be sure to drink your Ovaltine. It's a crummy commercial. All right, so tonight we're going to break down the most common puzzle types and give you the tools to actually solve them instead of just bookmarking them for later. You know who you are. We're also going to talk about some legendary puzzles, but no spoilers. Lots of stories, no spoilers. That's our policy tonight.
Awesome. And don't worry, folks, we're going to keep this friendly for beginners and still interesting for you puzzle veterans. We're going to share some strategies, patterns to look for, and a few little tricks that will make everything click. It's all part of the fun.
Is it fun? Because, puzzle caches add a whole new dimension to challenge your brain even before you step outside.
Chris, sorry, I got to interject. Just your comment of your response of, is it fun? So we have some new friends that was on Vancouver Island at a field puzzle cache outside their house. I will highly recommend it. I'll look up the GC code later and share it in the FATAS. But they came out, Laura and I are working our way through this thing, and it is tough. It takes people a couple hours to just get through this thing. We were about half an hour, 45 minutes in on it. And the missus came by and said, "Oh, are you guys having fun?" And just without thinking about it, I was like, "Not really." My response. So sorry. You just reminded me of that story related to puzzles, field puzzles.
Like,
So a little
is
bit
it?
different.
Is it really
What's your
fun?
definition of fun?
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. Thank you for that.
And okay, so when you finally crack that one puzzle cache and you get that aha moment, then you see, yes, okay, that was worth it. It's kind of like finding it twice.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, there is a satisfaction with solving the puzzle and then doing the thing. But don't be confused. Not every little blue question mark that you see on the map is a puzzle cache. That blue question mark that we automatically assume associate with complex ciphers and logic grids is actually the geocaching catch-all for anything that doesn't fit in the other categories. Kind of like I've always been categorized my entire life. You don't really fit any other category. We'll just put you over here. It's the unknown category, and it could mean, well, about a dozen different things.
Yeah. And it usually means you're picked last at gym class.
Oh, I was always picked last. Yeah. They get to the end and like, oh, he's like, you can have him on your team.
Oh, good. Thank you. No,
Nice.
nobody ever said that.
I don't
So,
think that's true.
Okay. So,
But yeah, it's not just the brain teasers.
Oh,
It
yeah.
could be a challenge cache,
Mhm.
meaning you have to complete a specific caching goal, like my
that
Right.
what's her name again?
yeah. I haven't seen her for a few weeks, but
Yeah.
you know who I'm talking about.
JT Coffee. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
I was thinking of Mrs. Monkey, but similar idea.
Okay.
Who I have seen in a few weeks.
I was going to say, you haven't seen her for a few weeks. Did she not go on vacation with you?
You know, we'll have a counseling session afterwards.
Right.
That's what the after show is a counseling session for Land Monkey.
There you go. But yeah, so it could
That's
be
the
it could be a
after
challenge cache.
show.
Sometimes it's just and there's other kinds of. So that's what the puzzle, the question mark is. There's other types of caches where there could be a puzzle-like component to it. A where I go, where you maybe need to solve a puzzle to figure out where those final coordinates are, and figure out a puzzle to play the cartridge or a puzzle through the cartridge.
Awesome.
And sometimes a multi can have a bit of a puzzle component. If it does, it probably honestly should just be a mystery cache, but we've all seen these variations. But what we're going to talk about tonight is really true puzzle caches, I believe. Is that correct, Chris?
Well, okay, let's say that.
Okay.
Yes, the puzzle part of a puzzle cache.
Right.
Which is also marked by a blue question mark on the map. And just realize that not every blue puzzle mark is a true puzzle cache.
Right.
Or blue question mark is a puzzle cache. So let's start off with some examples, okay? When you see a block of text that looks like somebody fell asleep on their keyboard, right? You're probably dealing with a cipher. They range from simple Caesar shifts to more complex systems like, I never know how to pronounce this one. Is it Vigenerer? No, I don't even know how to say it.
Oh, the Vignier.
Vignier. With the silent G.
Oh.
Vignier.
Hey,
Or-
you're the French speaker in the group. You should
Yeah,
have
but
gotten
that doesn't mean I know how to pronounce things. Vignier. I was thinking not even vinegar's pronounced that way. So anyway. Or one of my favorites, the Baconian. The bacon puzzle.
Bacon,
Yeah.
yeah.
The trick is recognizing patterns. Repeated letters, that's key, right?
Mhm.
Usually you look for the vowels. E and I are used more than any other vowels. So if you see repeated letters, you think maybe those are vowels. And
But
then
if there's too much vowel movement, it's probably a crappy puzzle.
That's right. Yeah. Unusual spacing. people not standing 6 feet apart, or symbols that don't belong. So once you know what you're looking at, the rest becomes a lot less intimidating.
Well, that's half the battle, is just knowing what you're looking for, right? What you're looking
Right.
at. Like you said, try to get into the puzzle creator's head and see what they were thinking. And as you mentioned, look for the obvious clues first. Thank you, Captain Obvious. This is what I'm good at. Repeated letters point to common words. Online tools can also be your best friend here. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They can analyze the frequency of letters. Some of them are just flat cipher decoders. You just paste the puzzle in. There's the answer. It kind of defeats the purpose of a puzzle. It kind of takes the challenge away from you. But some people, that's what they want to do. Don't forget, check the title and the hint, because the solution to the puzzle may not be obviously in the puzzle. Check the HTML code, all that stuff. If you feel stuck, you're probably just missing that one small step that'll just unlock the whole solution for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of the trickiest puzzles, the hint that you need is not only in plain sight. Sometimes it's like actually the GC code itself.
Yeah.
That can be tricky. But there's all kinds of things. One of the other things that I would just say when you're looking for patterns is be aware of how many numeric digits there are in the solved coordinate set.
Yes.
For where you are, where you're trying to solve the puzzle for. So if you're traveling and you're looking to solve a puzzle somewhere else, be aware, is it 15 digits? Is it, it can range the number within, I think, like 13 to 15, I think is the range, somewhere in there. But be aware of that, because then, that's like that, I am looking for 15 numbers. Or if you're just looking for the last three, the decimal minutes in each, and then it's like, okay, I'm looking for 6 numbers, right? So if you have those kind of patterns in your mind of what you're looking for, that can often be helpful, not always,
Right.
anyways. But yeah, like there's simple cipher puzzles like Caesarean shift. It can seem daunting at first because, again, it looks like just a jumble of letters. But again, I would say definitely look for those decoding pages.
And there's a bunch of them being mentioned in the chat, by the way.
I was going to say Geocaching Toolbox is one we use all the time. I see Dusty Rhodes threw that one up for sure. That's a fantastic one. And it's also helpful for things like projections and other stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
It's got a lot of tools in that toolbox.
I think that's Alondro, right? Is that?
Yes, it is. Sorry. Yes, I forgot.
Like for identifiers, another useful tool.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Toss it in there and see what it is.
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? So multisolver.de. Thank you, Brian.
Multisolver, duh.
Oh, here you go.
Skyhawker says the magic numbers are 15, 10, and 6.
Ooh,
At least they are in the Northwest.
I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket.
That's funny.
That's the number of digits you're looking for in a coordinate.
Yeah.
And yeah, so obviously if you can figure out if it's a cipher and you can figure out, what kind of cipher to use, that's the letters will snap into place, and then everything becomes clear, literally. And that's, again, where those sites are fantastic. Sometimes you can, if you're really, really stuck, sometimes you can just keep throwing some of the text, like just take a sample of the text, keep throwing it into the different cipher solvers until something comes up.
Sure. Yeah. Basically, don't trust Cypher, because I believe he's the one that betrayed Neo and Trinity.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Good point.
But he had a good stake.
It's true.
So the next ones are puzzles that look like they escaped from a math textbook, right? Sudokus, logic grids. I've never heard of Ken-Kens.
I'm not sure what that is.
Maybe you can, but this is Ken-Ken. And they're all brain-teasing goodness. They're intimidating at first glance.
Sorry, Chris, get somebody in the live chat. Tell us what a Ken-Ken is. Now we're curious.
Here, I'll,
Okay. It's the ones that goes with the Barbies.
yeah, that's right.
Okay.
There you
No, probably not.
go. So once you understand the structure, they're actually pretty relaxing for most. I think everybody knows what a Sudoku is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's some I've seen Sudokus for geocaching. There's easy solvers online for those,
Yeah.
but I kind of like to do them by hand.
Well, that's just I like Sudoku. I do that's part of my morning with my coffee ritual is to do a Sudoku puzzle on my phone, a daily puzzle.
Oh, wow.
And it's one of the people say, well, which kind of puzzles do you like? Honestly, puzzles that I know how to solve. It's those ones like Chris was saying, where you have to try to get into the puzzle creator's head, or you just look at it's this complicated graphic and you think, I have no clue where to even start. But a Sudoku that I know how to solve, I enjoy the process of solving it, even though I know the procedure to start with. But all those brain teasing goodnesses, those are awesome. And there's some, to me at least, a reward for going through the methodical process, taking your time and just eliminating the nope, doesn't fit there. There it is. And if it's a grid puzzle, you can fill in the obvious connections first and just let the rest, well, cascade right on down. Or
Ooh.
Olympic.
Yeah.
Different mountain ranges. No. It's like building a puzzle out of puzzle pieces, bringing order from chaos.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. And it's interesting. You guys enjoy. I don't enjoy Sudoku. I like word puzzles. So crosswords and any of those kinds of puzzles where you need to figure out words. So those are what I really enjoy.
I have a couple of those I do on my phone too in the morning.
Yeah, I've got a few different ones that I enjoy doing.
You probably like the 5-house logic problems then, right?
I don't know that I've done one.
Oh,
what
okay.
what is a 5-house logic problem, Chris?
It's associated with Einstein. Sometimes it's associated with Bacon, but I don't think either one actually did it. We're going to do one here a little later in the show. We're going to do an easy one.
Okay.
They call it the 5-house problem, right? You've got 5 different colored houses with different nationality of people with items, and you've got to determine which person goes in which house.
Oh, okay. I know what kind of logic puzzle you're talking about. I've just never heard it called a 5-house puzzle, but okay, now I know what you're talking about. Okay. All right, that's called a 5-house logic puzzle.
A 5-house logic puzzle. It's all words. And then so we've done some of that. There's also image-based puzzles, right? And Keats 94 says
steganography.
Steganography, yeah, is one to watch.
Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
That one I keep trying to fit in, and I haven't gotten it to work yet. Like, maybe it's easy. No, it's not using it here. Okay.
Come on. Yeah.
I've
got this decoder. Let me use it.
Exactly.
So steganography, that is when information is hidden within an image, right? That's
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And that's, within the pixels of an image, you're inserting a numbering scheme within the pixels of an image, and it still looks perfectly normal.
Yeah. Sneaky.
So, yeah, it's very sneaky. But image puzzles can be a lot of fun. We've got a person or two around here who likes to do one. The one I remember the most is do you remember Mad Magazine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, at the end, they would put in a picture, and if you folded it just right, it made another picture.
Yes,
I love those. Usually inside the back cover or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did one of those here, right? So you look at it and you go, I can't quite put it together. And then, after looking at it for a while, you go, wait, are those fold marks?
Yeah. Printed
it out, fold it, and there it is.
Yeah.
The answer just, is right there. Like, oh, this is fantastic.
That's
okay.
So cool.
Oh, hey.
We got an answer. Thank you, Kitty Quest. Kitty Quest says, Ken-Kens are similar to Sudoku, but groups of cells are blocked off, and they have to total a certain number, usually by addition, but it will tell you if you need to use a different arithmetic operation. Interesting. It's all about the maths.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes your clues in these picture puzzles are hidden in plain sight. Sometimes you have to work. They could be in the metadata. right? You have to
Yeah.
download the picture and then look at the metadata. But there's a lot of
Yeah.
different ways to do it.
And sometimes it's just zoomed way out. So zoom way in. Maybe there's something really tiny if you just blow that picture up real big. You can also, if it's an image and you're sitting at your computer, well, you can even do it on your phone. You can do a reverse image search
Yes.
on many of the popular search engines, and you might find a common theme or a reference to something that you wouldn't notice by looking at just that isolated image.
Yeah. You know, another one similar to that, that I've done a few times is when it's similar idea um, to steganography, but it's with audio files.
Mm.
When you embed, so you need waveform analysis to actually pull the data out. So it just sounds like white noise or pink noise or something like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But if you run it through waveform analysis, you'll actually get coordinates, which is pretty cool, I think. So,
Speaking of zooming way in, there was one puzzle I couldn't make any progress with. I zoomed way in, and right along the edge of the entire picture, they spelled out in letters all the coordinates.
Yeah.
You know, all the way around the edge in tiny, tiny letters. You know, why? Why would you do that? Okay, but I found it. So, one of the Northwest puzzles that I've worked on here is on a college. You know, of all the local landmarks there, each landmark had a digit in the coordinates. I didn't catch it at first because the image looked like a simple campus map. But once I recognized the pattern, the whole thing unraveled like a magic trick.
Neat. All right. So, hey, we're going to talk a little bit more about maths because we all love math so much.
I do.
And like myself, lots of people are scared off by maths puzzles, but they don't necessarily need to be as complex as they look. They're usually about recognizing a pattern, applying a formula. Sequences like Fibonacci, primes, squares. Again, right? Once you can identify the pattern, then it's just sort of working your way through it, plugging your way through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it's a formula, you can start by plugging in some numbers that you know what the result's going to be and see if this formula is behaving as you expect it will, as you think it should. And if you get a sequence, you can try graphing it out. Sometimes you see a pattern. If you visualize things, lay it out. Sometimes, even though it's numbers, writing it out as words, or who knows. Don't assume that math is hard just because it looks fancy. Sometimes the CO is just trying to be a little deceptive and lead you astray. Sometimes, yeah. And you can always phone a friend.
Yeah. You can. Absolutely. And hey, once you're out in the field, I was talking earlier about a field puzzle, a really tricky field puzzle
those are fun.
That we've worked our way through. We've done many field puzzles. Some key things to bring with you if you're going to tackle a field puzzle out in the field, which is often where they are, as denoted in the name. Have a UV light, have a mirror, a magnet, things like that. Anything that is reasonable that you can carry. Magnifying glass, perhaps. Look for clues, signs, plaques, anything like that might match the theme of the puzzle. And, don't forget to go through the logs of everybody else who's found it, because some cachers like to leave little puzzles in their logs.
Yes.
They do.
And it may just be that little clue that's
a little nudge you need.
Yeah.
Yep. CRS98 says, I had a now archived puzzle cache about beers where I removed the name of the beer logo, and by identifying the graphic, you were able to identify the beer, and the number of letters in the name was the key.
Oh, that's fun.
That's fun, yeah. It's funny how you think you know stuff, and then you take the actual name off and you go, wait, I know that symbol. Which one is that? Yeah.
That's the old game, the old logos game where you presented with various logos and you have to say what the company is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Now, we've already mentioned some of the great puzzle solving tools, GC Tools, Cache Sleuth, geocaching toolbox. They handle everything from coordinate checks to cipher decoding. Having the right tools can turn a frustrating puzzle into a fun little challenge.
Yeah.
And I mean, and there are tools to help you determine what type of puzzle you're working on, which really take a lot of the challenge out of it. But I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. Yeah, get the tools. EXIF viewers that look at the data of a photo, because you can, most of the time when you snap a photo with your phone or even some digital cameras, it will embed your name, the photographer name, the date, the time the photo was taken, even the GPS coordinates of where the photo was taken at times. And with an EXIF viewer, you can see all that. And theoretically speaking, you could even go in and manipulate that to other data that might include the hint to a puzzle solution. Just saying. And maybe there's a handy browser extension that could do that. All those things are lifesavers for graphic-based metadata puzzles and all that. And don't forget, if the caching page has a coordinate checker, use it, because I can tell you, I have from experience, I have gotten, okay, I've got these numbers, I need to plug them in here. It could either be 3.6 or 6.3, and that could mean 10 miles apart depending on where you're going. You might just wander into the wrong county. Just saying, I don't know.
Could happen.
It could.
And we mentioned all these tools, but we've got to mention the puzzle book by Cully Long, How to Puzzle Cache.
Good one.
Yeah.
It is the book for solving puzzles.
Exactly. And it's got a nice spiral binding so you can lay it flat or leave it open to the page you're looking at.
It's not, it's not just a read it once and put it away book. It is a reference book for puzzle solving, which is great. Yeah.
Now, another tool that's becoming more and more common is AI, right? I mean, just this weekend, I heard cachers talking about, forming their puzzles in a way that AI will take you down the wrong path. Right? It's like, oh yeah, if you do this, it'll include first name and last names. I'm not looking for that. So AI can help you understand what type of puzzle it is. Sometimes you can ask it, is this a cipher? What kind of pattern might this be? But you also have to remember it's only going to do what you ask it to do. And sometimes not even that. So, okay.
Yeah, but it's good at sometimes heading you in the right direction.
Yep.
I like this one from CRS98. It says, in days of yore, the GPS coordinates weren't automatically stripped from the EXIF data in the old photos when you uploaded them to your log. So I may or may not have used photos posted by previous finders, strip the EXIF data to help me find the cache. That's brilliant. I love it. I have actually done the same.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I've done that. No.
But I mean, it was a way of solving a puzzle.
You created a puzzle that wasn't there intended to be there, but
Right.
So, and Caching Cans has done the EXIF data trick several times as well.
There you go.
All right. Well, judging by what I see in the show notes, it's challenge time.
Ooh.
We, meaning Chris, have cooked up a little puzzle for you. It's not too wild, at least that's what I'm told. It's just enough to get your gears turning. You'll find it in the show notes. Give it a try and see how far you get before yelling at your screen.
So in the show, so Chris, are you posting it somewhere up in the chat? Is that?
Oh, I could post it in the chat. Yeah.
Okay. So Chris will post that up in the chat if you want to try and work through it with us or before us, because we're not very quick about this kind of thing. We'd love to hear how you approach it, even if you don't solve it. Share your process. Send us, even send us an email or, tell us how evil Chris is. We'd love to hear that. Sometimes the journey is just more interesting than the solution.
Okay. Looks like it came out in 2 posts.
Okay.
So here's the logic puzzle you've been waiting for. You can solve it in your head while you're listening. So let us know in the chat what your guesses are, and we'll read them out after we describe the puzzle. So go ahead.
What's Ed? Do you want to start?
I was busy doing something else here.
Sorry,
about that?
I had that ready too.
Oh, did you? Okay. 3 geocachers, Alex, Bailey, and Casey, each found one type of cache today. I'll let you put that up if you want. A traditional, a multi-cache, and a puzzle cache. Each one also used a different tool, a map, a flashlight, or a ladder. Alex did not find the puzzle cache. Bailey used the flashlight. Casey did not use the ladder. The person who found the multi-cache used the map, and the person who used the ladder did not find the puzzle cache.
Before we go any further, Chris, have you validated that this can actually be solved?
Yes, I actually solved it.
Okay. Just make sure that we're not just being cruel here.
Okay.
I just figured he created it because he needed help with it and he wanted us to solve it for him.
That was pretty much it. Yeah. Okay. Here, you want to know how I worked it?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to start off with that Alex did not find the puzzle cache. Right?
Right. So
First clue.
I'm going to just roll this back even one step further. There's a way I've seen these done before, and it's you create a grid
Mm-hmm.
that you can start to map these things. So it would be like sort of rows and columns, right?
Right.
And what do you recall what you would put in the rows and what you'd put in the columns?
No, I just did this in my head.
Oh, wow. All right.
So Alex did not find the puzzle cache. And the person who used the ladder did not find the puzzle cache.
So Alex
Okay.
may have been one of the people who used the ladder.
Right. So Bailey and Casey, now we're left with those two, A, B, and C. Do you get that? They could have found the multi-cache. So what's the next one? Casey did not use the ladder. Now we know the person who used the ladder did not find the puzzle cache. Are you with me?
Kind of.
That means Bailey's the only one who could find the puzzle cache. And we know that Bailey used a flashlight.
Your intellect is truly dizzying.
You're trying to trick me. It won't work.
It already has.
Okay, the person who found the multi-cache used the map, right? That's what, 1, 2, 3, fifth clue? Oh, wait, 1,
Okay.
2, 3, fourth clue,
Yeah.
right? And we know that Alex used the ladder, right? So each person can only use one of the items.
And if I put the cup in front of you,
So that means Casey found the multi-cache and used the map. Thus, it leaves Alex to find the traditional with the ladder.
But who
All right.
got involved in a land war in Asia?
that's
Never get involved in a land war in Asia.
At least some people are getting the reference, and I'm probably not helping at all by throwing in Princess Bride references while you're trying to.
Hawaiian Miley.
Oh, Hawaiian Miley.
Yay!
There we go. So the final lineup, if I'm following you correctly, Chris, Casey, multi-cache with the map, Bailey, puzzle cache with the flashlight, Alex, traditional with the ladder.
Mm-hmm. And Chris in the woods with a flashlight.
There you
Yes.
Wait, that's the wrong
Chris in the
game.
woods with Chris in the woods with the flashlights and the tree root hole.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy,
Watch out for that.
that's maybe why I figured this out. I have a head injury.
So this wasn't a puzzle to actually get coordinates or anything, though, right? This is
No.
just to show how the logic puzzle flows and how you.
This
solve
is
it, right?
similar to Einstein's 5-house puzzle.
Okay. But instead of 5, it was 3 to make it a little simpler,
Yeah,
right?
make it simpler.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Well,
nice.
congrats to those of you that got it.
So AI put it together. I actually had to correct it. It wasn't right.
That's why I was asking.
Mhm.
And it wasn't that I don't trust you. It was like, if this was just thrown together by AI, did you vet it?
I did. I was like, okay, hold on here. Let me figure this out. So yeah, the first and last of the clues. Hold on. I got to get to that screen.
Okay.
The first and
All right.
last of the clues are Alex did not find the puzzle cache, and the person who used the ladder did not find the puzzle cache.
So Alex used the ladder.
Alex used the ladder,
Right.
right? Bailey used the flashlight, doesn't help us in the short term. We know that Casey didn't use the ladder. Okay, so that Alex. So there's 3 clues right here that Alex used the ladder. The person who found the multicache used the map. Okay, so we know that Bailey used the flashlight, Alex used the ladder. The only person left is Casey. So he had to use the map and find the multicache.
Was that before or after he was at bat?
I don't know about when Casey was at bat. He was at map, and
Doesn't
this is
matter.
all wrong.
Mighty Casey struck out.
All right. Well, the mighty Chris did not strike out, and
That's right.
apparently the answer is Chris is smarter than us all.
No,
No, that's good. Well, I appreciate you walking us through that, Chris. I think it's a good way to maybe help people start to follow a little bit of how those are solved. There's a few of those around.
yeah,
Um,
and it's you just one line at a time. You find
Mhm.
things that match and use that as logic and work from there.
there's a fun cache of this variety, a puzzle of this variety, on Vancouver Island. It was put out for, I think it was put out for a hag previously, and I believe it's called "Who Caches in Their Underpants." And
Well, everybody.
well, yeah, technically,
Hello.
but if you want to try applying this approach to that, it's a lot of fun. So there you go. And then IHAM says there was always the Tacoma Clue series.
Yeah,
Yes.
those are fun.
Yes, I hurt myself on the Tacoma Clue series.
He did. Yeah.
Like your brain?
No,
No.
physical.
Oh dear.
Um,
You do that a lot.
I know. What were we, like 3 or 4 from the end, right? And I stepped in a hole, and this is the one where I twisted my ankle both sides, and I was like,
Why
"No,
are you,
I'm
why are
not
you
giving
allowed
up."
to go outside?
Oh, I'm a klutz. And in fact, you can see me ice skate. I do the double klutz. And I wasn't going to give up. Was IHAM with me? I
Yeah,
think
you
so.
and I am right. I didn't make that
Yeah.
run. You guys did.
And I mean, my foot was messed up so much. It's like, IHAM, you're driving, but we are going to finish this. And I limped to
As my
the-
ankle swells.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
limped to the final. I'm like, okay, we did it.
Yeah.
And then I sat on the sofa for the next 3 weeks.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah,
a third from the
yeah. Yeah, you thought we were going to the hospital rather than the final.
But a trip to the emergency room wasn't on the agenda.
That's right.
That's right.
So there you go. I thought I'd create a little puzzle for you.
Well done.
Have a AI create it with a little help.
Well, and quality control by Chris.
Yeah.
So good job.
So there you go. Real puzzle, real time. You can do it.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
hopefully we've got your brain all warmed up and ready for Pi Day, right? For all
Mhm.
those puzzle solving tests to do. Yes, and I almost knocked myself out in Kitsap County too. See, I told you, anytime there's a hole, my foot's going in it. Now, sometimes it involves my head hitting things, and sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes he nearly punctures his abdomen on a tree branch.
Yep. Yep.
I can attest to that one.
Hey, if there's no blood, did you really find the cache?
That's right. He makes it a full contact sport.
Earlier, I saw people talking about Jiggity, which is a jigsaw puzzle website. You can go do it once you put in a picture, you solve the jigsaw puzzle, and then it comes up with another picture, which can be the answer to the coordinates. The Camp Clan and I did a bunch of these, and we haven't actually gone out and found them yet. So
Do 'em
guess
for
what we're
Friday.
doing in less than 3 weeks, or about 3 weeks.
Fun.
So,
all right. Hey, I found the GC code for the cache I was talking about. That is called "Who Caches in Their Underwear." I I'm going to
Full contact caching.
full contact caching. There you go. Here, I'm just going to use this to post it. So posting a GC code there.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh, and thank you. Kitty Quest grabbed it before I did. It is actually by sponsors of our podcast, the Land Sharks.
No.
It is. And Mrs. Monkey solved it, enjoyed solving it. And it is that type of puzzle. And it sort of walks you through how to do the solve. It has the grid already in there for you
Mhm.
to follow.
Okay.
And figure out. So it's a lot of fun. So check that out. And you can apply what you just learned from Chris and find a cache somewhere in the greater Victoria area.
There you go. Starcacher says Puzzle Cache Talk is the first Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
There you
So
go.
if you need help figuring out puzzles or help to solve them, create them, Puzzle Cache Talk is a great way to do that.
Yeah, or seek help from our own community in the new chat that was created.
Yeah. Heather recently did a couple of jiggity puzzles that led to NFC locations.
Oh,
That's a
that's
neat-
cool.
Neat combination. Yeah.
That
Not
is a
for
neat
children,
combination.
right? NFC.
Not for children, yeah. Not safe for work. Yes.
Thanks, Seebeck Tribe. Someone needs to create a device that finds holes in the ground so that Christmas wear and sticks out about 10 feet in front of him so he misses the holes.
I thought Chris was that device.
I find the holes. Yeah.
Finds holes in the ground. Yes.
I need like ground penetrating radar in front of me
Something like that.
with an AR overlay so I can see the holes.
There you go. That's the missing component.
That's it.
Just create that and film it and submit it to the next GIF event.
Okay.
Ooh.
Komakino wants to know about Jiggity. I
Get
believe
giggity with it.
it was early on. It's spelled different.
I think it's Jigidi.
I
Yes.
think he's being funny. I
Yeah.
think because it's gajif, so he's saying giggity instead of jiggity.
Could be.
Oh, I like that. There you go. And solving a jiggity.
Yes. So jiggities are digital jigsaw puzzles. Mrs. Monkey finds those wonderful. She finds them calming and relaxing and does them for extended periods of time. I have no patience for those.
Mm-mm. I like physical puzzles, not so much electronic ones.
Yeah. Yeah. The AR overlay only works if you aren't focused on the cache, just like everything else in life.
That's right. So tonight we've talked about ciphers to field puzzles, and hopefully you're feeling a little more confident about tackling them. Puzzle caches can be intimidating, but they're also incredibly rewarding. And if you need a little help, head on over to our Discord server
Yeah.
and put that QR code, that GC code in there, and let more minds help you, because many minds make light work. I think
true.
that's how it goes.
Something like that. So yeah, get out and do a puzzle this week. Maybe one you've been avoiding. It's a good, and now that there's a Discord channel, you can get help on it. You might surprise yourself though. You might look in and go, oh, wait a minute, I know how to do this. And if you are stuck on it, you're not probably the first one that's ever been stuck on it.
Right.
As they say, misery loves company.
One of the many things misery loves.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So remember, every puzzle is solvable. Technically, it's not supposed to be published by the reviewer if it isn't solvable. But some of them are harder than others. So sometimes you just need the right nudge, the right perspective, or, as Jim suggested, the right teammates. So keep at it, stay curious, enjoy the journey. And once you solve it, don't run out and log it right away. Save the logging until Pi Day weekend. Save them all up. Earn them souvenirs.
Yeah, and remember, CRS98 says you can always ask the CO.
Right.
Great advice. Yeah.
I mean, they want their cache to be found.
Right.
Exactly that. Exactly that. The only time I won't help people with my puzzles is if the FTF is still up.
Oh yeah.
One way or another. If I feel like no, some work still needs to be done on this one, then I'm not going to give it away. But White Coaster says they're all solvable using brute force. Yes.
Yeah, you could just go out and visit every possible GPS coordinate and you will find it eventually.
Eventually you will.
We do have a cacher in the area who gets a lot of FTFs because he doesn't actually solve the puzzle. He just figures out where it should be.
There you go. It's another way.
So, folks, thank you for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle and this episode of Caching in the Northwest.
Yeah, and now that Land Monkey's back, I'll let him take over his normal duties here.
Okay. You've been pinch hitting for me.
I have, yeah. So show me how it's really done.
Wow. No, first of all, thank you Vincent, for doing that. And thanks to Land Sharks Cashly and Tourism Valemount, our corporate Denali level sponsors. LANDSHARKZ.ca is the outdoor adventure and geocaching store. Check them out online. They're shipping those online orders all the time. Cashly, well, that's the geocaching app for iOS. And whether you're seeking outdoor thrills or just a peaceful retreat, Valemount awaits you. We want to thank all of those fine folks, as well as our other Denali level supporters, who are Cool Cow Cachers, Hawaiian Maile, Alondro, and Retired Guy. Wow. We got another one while I was away.
Yeah, it keeps growing.
Wow. All right. Well, then I'm definitely not doing the next list in one breath. If you want to know more about supporting this podcast, click the Patreon link on the cachingNW.com website. Just like.
You sure you don't want one breath? I mean, it's
Not yet.
by request here. Okay, we'll take a rain check on the one breath. Just like mountain bike.
And gas station tuna.
Trexer.
Terrible tease.
My favorite, Alan.
I was caching with somebody named Alan on our trip, and that was what was happening. Because anytime we were looking for him,
Alan.
JT Coffee,
Stark Casher.
New JR and Juju.
Seebeck Tribe,
Yes.
B Pendragon.
Peach of Washington,
Whidbey Island Gal.
Genies.
Logwork,
Kitty Quest.
Geocaches.
Doramore,
Green Words.
Geobirder.
Gundark 2000,
You Talks to Rocks.
Caching Cants.
Camp Clan,
Kid Vegas 19.
GSM ×2.
Limax,
J Car.
NW Cats.
Subway Mark,
Boomer 365.
Hey, you. Dak.
Keats 94,
LG 9000.
Skyhawker.
Wet Coaster,
Geo Karen.
CRS 98.
Korsgat,
Just Carlo.
Another new one. Fear the Tubas.
Flagman,
M Nerve.
Just finding our way.
Railroad.
And Lost Ken.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, yeah. Folks, thanks for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Your support helps keep the quality shows coming. So if you like the show, please click the Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website. Better yet, share your ideas for things we can talk about. If you like the vibe, please subscribe wherever you get your podcast and leave us a review. Now, if you were in a restaurant, you would tip. You should tip. You better tip. If you were in a live audience, you would clap. But since you're on a podcast, the thing you need to do is leave us a free Fast Five with a fantastic 5-star review. Of course, you can call into 253-693-TFTC and leave us a comment, ask a question, or share that puzzle solution with us any time of the day or night. Of course, you can email us at feedback@cachingnw.com. Join us every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific for a live show and chat. This show is produced by Chris Umfenauer, Jim Paulwitz, Jay Kennedy, Brian Lang. It's licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license. Copyright 2026 by Chris Umfenauer. And folks, I ask you to stay tuned for
The After Show.
the after show. You know, Alondro always tips 20%.
Wow.
But have you seen, some of the here, you want to do, they give you 3 options to tip, like
Yeah.
20, 30, and 40%. Like,
Crazy.
whoa. What's going on here? And
What's
tip
going
for
on
things
is the
that
employers aren't paying their staff enough.
you should never tip for. Yeah, that's true.
That's one thing I noticed when I was on the opposite side of the world, is that there is a very limited amount of tipping culture because employees are paid better.
Yeah. Yeah. Outside of the US and Canada, right?
Yeah.
Everybody else that you don't tip because it's already included, or, something. We have Wet Coaster says the best part of the COVID epidemic, group puzzle solving on Zoom with a cache CO.
Fun. There you go. All right.
Uh-oh.
What?
JT Coffee did such a good job that Len Monkey almost lost his
That's
job.
true.
Yes, I heard such threats while I was away. I chose to ignore them. I came back anyways.
Which host would win in a biathlon?
That is up for the audience to determine, I think.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yes. Speaking of tipping, we've got Keats. Whoops, sorry.
The Olympic Wolfhound.
Olympic Wolfhound. There you go.
It's just don't forget to Google it after the show.
Don't forget to Google Olympic Wolfhound.
And yeah, Keith says do not tip in Japan. That is true. I have been there, and they do not. That's not a tipping culture there.
And Alondro says Iceland and Australia also.
I had some friends that went to Japan and left a tip on the table because they didn't know any better. And as they were walking out the door of the restaurant, their waitress came running up to them with the money. Oh, you left this behind. Here, you forgot this.
There you go.
It is really not a thing there.
Yep.
Really, really not a thing. Yeah.
Keats asked a question. Is it just me, or has this winter been really mild? Are we actually going to have a decent snowfall at sea level before April?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Flurries today.
Our morning meteorologist just yesterday on our local newscast put up a graph with a big peak that showed the record high snowfall for the year, and a much lower line that was the record low snowfall for the year, and the average line in the middle. Our line for this year is very closely mirroring that record low snowfall for the year.
Wow.
So, I don't know if that was locally or if in like the Cascade Mountains, but here in the Northwest, at least, it's a very, very warm, mild winter.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it is also. Whoops! It is also asked if we're going to even have the snowfall in the mountains, and it's curious this year. Wet Coaster, one of his few FTFs was a puzzle cache in Spain. That's very cool.
Do you feel kind of guilty for that, taking away a FTF from a local hunter, and you got it while you're on vacation?
Nope. First come, first served. That's how it works. We've Seabeck's enjoying the no snow. We've managed to nab an FTF when we've been traveling before. We don't really chase FTFs too much, but there's been a couple times where we just happen to luck into it, and it's like, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. Komakino has scored FTFs in both Florida and Idaho.
Well done. At the same time?
Yes. On the same day. On the same caches.
It's a really, really big ammo can.
Komakino, we like you. Folks, let's see. One more. Bry Lang says, I have FTFs in New Brunswick, Nevada, Manitoba, Washington that I can remember.
There you go.
And, Komakino, he's cool like that.
He's cool like that.
He is.
Yeah. Folks, until next week, get out, go find a puzzle cache, and get caching in the Northwest.